We arrived in Houston for our connecting international flight down to Bogota, Colombia, and then later on to Santiago, Chile. The flight would be 6 hours, and since we were flying international business class, I was making a beeline to my favorite airport lounge, the United Polaris Lounge. However, I quickly learned that was not meant to be. I arrived at the lounge and slapped a boarding pass down on the desk with such confidence and was promptly told to do an about face and go to the United Club, as Bogota did not qualify for entry into the Polaris Lounge. I stepped outside and saw the sign which clearly stated that Bogota was not included in the Polaris Lounge. So I put my tail between my legs and I scurried out. Tonight we would be flying the Boeing 767 instead of the 787, which I've grown to love. At least we would have lay-down seats and our own pods, which would be very nice for the ride, but it would not be the Polaris service with great bedding, great food, and fantastic wines. Oh well, what are you gonna do? No complaints here. Left, high. We're on flight 1007 heading down to Bogota, Colombia, and then en route to Santiago. So I'm going to give you a quick review of the flight and cabin service and let you know how it goes.
Runway construction in the middle of the night. You don't free it up at 12. So I don't know. So what we're doing is we're playing a little game. It's called Price is Right in reverse. The closest to midnight we can get without going under. So we want to land as close to midnight as we can get. I'm going to try to get us to push about 7 minutes early because I've done this enough times. I know what the timing is. So we'll try to do it 7 minutes early off the gate. And if so, I can fly it and I can set it up to land at 12:07. Well, that's not real close to midnight. But there's a shortcut down there. It's a 5-minute shortcut and they give it to us almost every time. If they give us that, we'll land at 12:02. I'd rather have the 2-minute buffer because if you're early, you're in big trouble. So we'll have a 2-minute buffer and we'll try to get you there at 12:02. The weather going.
The menu did not compare to the Polaris class, and it was basically a small salad with a choice of 3 entrees. I chose the beef short ribs instead of the roasted chicken with rice or the portobello mushroom and caramelized onion ravioli. The pod seating configuration on the 757-200 is pretty much the same as on the 777 or the 787, which has full lay-down seats, and the power outlet, headphones, and pretty much plenty of room all around us. We pushed back from the gate a little bit late because the captain was going to make an attempt to get us in and properly time the flight. I have to say it seemed like the endless taxiing through Houston Airport and took us somewhere probably around literally 20 minutes to get over to the runway where we would take off. It got darker and darker as we taxied, and we finally ended up in position when it was time to launch. We were finally in the air and headed for Bogota on a smooth, clear night out of Houston. I have to say, the service from the flight attendants was very, very attentive. And the minute we got up to altitude, the drink service began and the nuts were handed out. For some reason that is unknown to me, they dimmed the cabin lights early, even before the dinner service. Great for watching TV, but not real good for eating. When the dinner did come, I have to say it was not much to look at compared to the other international first and business class meals that I've seen. In the end, I decided to skip the carrot cake dessert and I ordered an extra glass of wine. I guess I've become spoiled from United's other flights and also flights on other airlines. The following morning we flew out on LATAM Airlines to Santiago, Chile. And if you watch the video on my channel that I made of that flight, you'll see what I mean about a great meal on a similar number of hours flight. It was also unusual not to have the nice bedding and only get in a small blanket and no pillow. Somewhat disappointing for the 6.5-hour flight that night. Don't get me wrong, United does a nice job and I'll continue to be loyal to them. So let me know what you think about the video. Maybe I'm being too harsh. Again, I'd like to thank the United crew for the great service. I hope you enjoyed the video, and please do me a favor, like and hit the subscribe button, but also leave me some comments on anything I can do better in the future on these. Thank you very much.